Now we're going to talk about lighting in photography, and this can sometimes be an afterthought for newer photographers. And it shouldn't. It should be one of the first things you think about when taking a photograph, because at the end of the day, photographs are essentially light. That's what it is. Sometimes a photograph is called an exposure, and that's what your camera is doing. It is capturing light onto what used to be film, or now your SD card. So, however, even though cameras' main job is to capture light, they're kind of dumb, and you need to help them, especially when it comes to lighting. So when you walk into a scene where you're going to start taking photographs, maybe it's a field or an open space outside where you're going to be posing your subject, or maybe it's indoors, you're thinking about, okay, what's my background look like? But then you also need to think about where your light source is coming from. In this class, we're going to talk specifically about how to use and manipulate natural light. Right now, I'm in a studio, and there's 3 or 4 lights pointing at me, but you could take an entire class on how to light a subject using natural lights, studio lights, and different types of things. But this is a little too complex for an intro class. And honestly, personally, I prefer the aesthetic of natural lighting. So in this module, we're going to talk about how to play with the sunlight, how to pose your subject so that they're facing light and to make them look the best, and sometimes even facing away from the light. And if you are more familiar with photography and you have your own light kit, or you have some experience with that, by all means, feel free to play with that. If not, we're going to learn how to play with natural light and still take amazing photographs.